The following broadcast is brought to you by Wells Cleaners, Skeet's Hot Dogs, Tucker's Daycare, J5, Helen's Kitchen, and Isaac's Images. Also, thank you to the Columbus Municipal School District for making Falcon Talk possible. And of course, thank you for watching.
Greetings from Falcon Talk. This is Rick Mason, the executive producer of Falcon Talk, sitting here today with Dr. Philip Hickman with a one-on-one conversation about the school system and what's going on today here. Welcome to the show, Dr. Hickman.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you having me.
Great. Dr. Hickman, can you first of all start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Well, of course, I'm the superintendent of this wonderful district and this wonderful city. And one of the things that I strive to do is to make sure it's a first-class education system, that we're preparing our kids for the future, that we're having a community engagement involvement, and that we're giving our kids a holistic view of opportunities to be successful.
Okay. And what are some of the things that you have did in the past to keep this school system on the right track?
Well, one of the big things is the integration of technology.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure that we are preparing our kids for the 21st century. We want to make sure we're preparing our kids for their future and not our past. And so if you look at the school systems, the traditional school systems, the way they're designed, it's really designed for the industrial society. And so we instituted a new instructional model that's real neat for our kids. It allows them to utilize the 4 C's of the 21st century, which is communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity.
Okay.
And it also allows our kids to have a smooth transition of integration of technology.
Mm-hmm.
And we won several awards. One is by the United States Department of Education.
Yeah, I noticed
we
that.
We are one of 6 ambassador districts in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, we actually have an award coming up that I'm not supposed to talk about, but it's June 29th.
Okay.
And it's given, it's one of the top awards in our field of education technology. So,
Okay.
And so I really think that our kids actually have an advantage over other students with the preparation that we're giving them. And we're going to keep honing it in and fine tuning it to make sure that our children are successful.
Okay, great. Well, being that the district is 90% black, what out of the box thing that you can do to try to build, more pride and self-awareness in the district?
Right. One of the things that we're looking at doing, is the opportunities that kids have.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure that students don't go to our school and they feel disconnected.
Right.
They don't feel engaged. They don't feel a part of something. And one simple example is actually the TV station that you're spearheading.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what better way to connect with someone in the community to show them a very successful person?
Right.
And you saw, there are kids who they live it, love it. I mean, their parents come and thank me
Mm-hmm.
for that opportunity.
For giving them a chance to be televised.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
giving them a chance to be on a venue to utilize technology, to be on a platform, to be able to speak, to learn how to do it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And so, once we start having after-school activities and more things and groups and clubs that kids could be a part of,
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're black, white, or whoever,
Mm-hmm.
it allows them to have some kind of engagement within the school system. It allows them to have a meaning and a purpose in life,
Mm-hmm.
and it directs them away from choosing those choices that we don't want them to choose, that lead towards an unsuccessful citizen.
Okay, we'll be right back in just a moment with Falcon Talk.
Falcon Talk would like to thank the following sponsors: Wells Cleaners, Skeet's Hot Dogs, Tucker's Daycare, J5, Helen's Kitchen, and Isaac's Images. Also, thank you to the Columbus Municipal School District for making Falcon Talk possible. And of course, thank you for watching.
And we're back with Falcon Talk. This is Rick Mason, the executive producer of Falcon Talk, sitting here with a one-on-one with Dr. Philip Hickman, the superintendent of the Columbus Municipal School District. Dr. Hickman, everything is looking real good throughout the school years. What do you feel about such as bullying, kids bullying other kids? Have you dealt with that a lot, or just a taste of it at all?
It's different from other districts that I've been in, and I'm not naive that we have a level of bullying as we always had within the school systems and in life, period. But one of the things that we're working on is really teaching kids those soft skills, those social emotional skills, in order to be successful. The one thing that causes our own destruction is looking at people's imperfections and not looking at ourselves.
Right.
And then we kind of drive it in. We are a culture that we kind of we're relentless, and we kind of keep it going sometimes, and that causes people to really feel disenfranchised and kids not wanting to come to school. And so every now and then I have talked to parents about that. But one of the things that I think we do a great job of is really working with our administration and working with our teachers,
right,
to develop a connections with kids. Some of the things that we want to develop is make sure we have either lighthouse teachers or safe places where students who are bullied, they know that they can go to that adult.
Right.
We're working on developing more of a counseling, strengthen our counseling system, and so that kids not only can have the skills to deal with how do you react or respond when someone's treating you that way, but also to work on those kids who feel like they need to do that. Because a lot of times it's hurt people.
Right.
And so that they have some issues and things going on in their lives that they need help and support for.
Okay, great. That's a good point you made there, because you just never know who's the bully and who could, be that one person to just keep going after the same person, because you can't tell by the face.
Oh yeah,
you can't.
You can't, and a lot of times, it's learned behavior.
Right.
And so it's learned somewhere, and so anything that learned can be unlearned.
Okay.
But our main concern is keeping kids safe.
Okay.
When people feel safe, and they don't have those, it's called serotonins in the brain and the cortisone that causes that it's a chemical in the brain that happens when you're in fear, then it actually prevents you from learning. Okay. Because it kind of goes to a primitive response. We want our children, our main thing is our children learning, and so we have to make sure we take care of their basic needs, and that's feeling safe.
Okay. Next question. How do we get parents more involved in the school system and different activities that the kids have going on?
Oh, well.
What do we do about that? How do we handle this?
Let me tell you, we have a surprise for our community coming up.
Okay.
And it's a good thing. One is that we're going to work on at Cook Elementary we have a foster grandparent program.
Okay.
And we don't have it at our other schools. And so we're working right now with the United Way.
Okay.
And we hope that they accept it and gets past their board. Then we're going to work, and we're also working in conjunction with local churches, that they're going to provide some kind of grandparent, obviously we can have the same name, but a grandparent mentoring program to where we will have grandparents in our communities that allow them to go to the schools, in the classrooms, and really help support learning, help support our students, help support our teachers, and just be there as a positive influence. Okay. And the second thing is that we're also working with United Way, and we hope this passes as well, and that we're going to work with local churches. And we're going to have 2 separate churches, 3 separate churches. They're going to come together, and they're going to adopt a grade level.
And this is going to be non-denomination, right?
Non-denominational.
Okay, great.
And so faith-based.
Right.
I'm sorry. So in any faith. But what they're going to do, they're going to work within their faith-based structure, and they're going to come together with 3 or 4 different entities.
Right.
And they're going to dedicate themselves to that grade level, and they're going to follow that grade level all the way through until they graduate.
Okay.
So we're working on middle school. So for instance, we'll have 2 churches, 3 churches, 4 churches, 4 faith-based, institutions will adopt the 6th grade, and they will stay with the 6th grade until they graduate. one of the things that they will do, they will provide mentors for each kid that parent gives permission to. And then the other things, take care of basic needs, make sure we have like fans in the stands to where if you're an athlete and usually, whether your parent comes or not, then we'll dedicate a faith-based member to come there or a group of them, and they will hold your sign up with your number and those kind of things. So that's excellent.
We'll be right back in just a moment. Coming up after the break, we're going to be talking about what can kids do over the summer, and being that he spoke about sports, we'll talk about a little things about sports. Do they think they're going to be competitive this year, being that they won the state champ basketball deal there? So we're going to come back with that. Stay tuned. It's Falcon Talk right here in the Golden Triangle area and beyond.
Falcon Talk would like to thank the following sponsors: Wells Cleaners, Skeet's Hot Dogs, Tucker's Daycare, J5, Helen's Kitchen, and Isaac's Images. Also, thank you to the Columbus Municipal School District for making Falcon Talk possible. And of course, thank you for watching.
And we're back for Falcon Talk. Welcome to the show. Hope you've been tuning in since we started the show. We've had a lot of things going on this year, starting out with children actually having a chance to be able to express themselves, talk about day-to-day obstacles that goes on in and around the schools all over. And again, hats off to Dr. Nation, or should I say Mr. Nation, who's actually behind the scenes doing a lot of great things for the students as well. And again, we thank you parents for letting us be able to work with your kids, to be able to let them spring off something positive on a day-to-day basis here at the Columbus Municipal School System. Welcome back to the show. Dr. Hickman, before we went to break, we were discussing different things about sports, and what do you think some of the things would be good for students to do over the summer while they're out?
Well,
it's very easy to get in trouble.
Yeah, we really want our kids to stay active, and we know we have a certain amount of camps that are expensive, but we also have our community centers and our park and recs, where they have really cost-efficient opportunities for students. We suggest that you always get your child involved, and so whether it's sporting activities, the different sporting venues that they have out here. We also have the largest feeding program.
Okay.
And so, at some sites, we feed up to, 500, 600 kids a day. Wow. Yeah, and especially at Hunt. And so, and it's free. And so, and then we also have the open gym and those kind of things. And I'm really working with our community to try to figure out what other opportunities that we can have, because everybody's not athletic.
Right.
We have engineering opportunities at Mississippi State. But what local can we bring to our students who are out riding their bikes, or even our older students, to prevent them from experimenting and other things?
Okay. All right. Sports. Under your leadership and your standards, Coach Luther Riley was hired under your watch. Took us to the championship. First time basketball team ever done that. Hats off to Sammy Smith, the athletic director. Such a great guy. What do you see the other sports as far as football, tennis, soccer, all of those? Do you find it being competitive that they may be able to step up to the plate, or what do you think is going to become of that?
Yeah, I think you asked a bunch of excellent questions, but the data speaks for itself.
Right.
The only sport, except for volleyball, every single sport actually for the first time went to district and beyond.
Beautiful.
Soccer was the first time that they ever went to district, and we have a new soccer complex, so it brought that pride. It brought that.
They also had the President's Cup here this year, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right. You're right. And so, and then the girls softball, of course, they went past districts. And our football, for the first time, we hosted I think it was district, a game here, and unfortunately we lost. But we saw that we had the potential to really beat them. We made a couple of mistakes early. So, and then of course basketball, we went to state.
Right.
And then our girls went past.
They did great too.
Yeah. And so. Yeah. If you really look at it from and track, I'm sorry, and our track.
And speaking of track, I don't want to stop you there, but my little sister, Dr. Andres Gandy, under Mr. Jones, Coach Jones,
Right.
they went all the way to the top
All
that
right.
a lot of people had forgotten about.
I know.
But the track team was excellent.
Excellent. But wait till this year, because that track is going to be finished.
Okay.
So we're going to be able to host events,
Right,
and
okay.
really bring back that pride. And I mean, maybe 10. It's been 10 years since we're able to host events.
Right.
And so, like you said, under the standard, we fixed the indoor hitting facility. The softball girls, for the first time, will ever have locker rooms and new concession stands and those kind of things. We extended the weight room of the football. Of course, we built a practice field for the football, and then we had the first time that we actually have a full soccer field within that complex, and of course, fix the track. And so we're continuing to look for great things from our student athletes. The basketball team was depleted; it was all seniors,
Right.
And like you said, Sammy Smith, great job to him for really teaching those kids and raising those kids those fundamentals, and then passing the torch to Luther Riley,
Right.
who did an excellent job of
Taking them to
supporting
the top.
them and taking them to that championship. Okay. And so we're still looking for great things. I mean, we still have Robert Woodard, and
Olympian, junior Olympian,
gold medalist, and
Yeah.
so we want to make sure that he's still supported and surrounded. And we have a lot of great kids coming up. We have a young team. We have a young team, and so there's nothing wrong with rebuilding. Of course, we want everyone to go to state, and we want everyone to win state.
So who are you for, Golden State or the Cavaliers?
So I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and just like Mississippi,
Who were you for?
we don't have a professional team. We don't have a professional
Who
team.
did you expect to win the game?
So I'm a Players fan.
Okay.
And
all
so
right.
LeBron.
Okay, there you go.
And so
Okay.
LeBron, and you can see it on all my tweets and posts. I was LeBron from the beginning.
Okay. You're not one of those that flip
No, sir.
backwards and forwards.
Cinderella story. I think he deserved it. And his stats show that he is, I would say, the second greatest, because no one can beat Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you're correct.
Now, his stats are panning out to be a little bit better than Jordan, except for the 6 championships. But you and I grew up in that era, and you
Right.
saw greatness
Right.
beyond greatness.
Right. Okay, we'll be right back in just a moment to close the show out. Hope you've enjoyed. We want to thank all of our sponsors that support us, and we're trying to build more sponsors. So if you would contact the Columbus School System, ask for Dr. Hickman or his office or his secretary or someone in the school system to be a part of what we have going on, something positive for our youth and our students here at the Columbus Municipal School
Because it's
System.
not free.
It's not free. No.
It takes money to run these programs.
It's not free, so we really need your support. And when you see kids doing something positive, you really want to reach out to try to encourage them to do more positive things as we stand still right here for the television talk show, Falcon Talk. We'll be right back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Falcon Talk would like to thank the following sponsors: Wells Cleaners, Skeet's Hot Dogs, Tucker's Daycare, J5, Helen's Kitchen, and Isaac's Images. Also, thank you to the Columbus Municipal School District for making Falcon Talk possible. And of course, thank you for watching.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Falcon Talk. I'm your host, Morgan Jones.
I'm Christina Clark.
And I'm Tanisha Washington.
So I just want to talk about, what are you going to do over the summer? Like, this school year's almost over. We're going to be juniors next year.
Senior 2K17 is lit.
That's what she thinks, but we all know where it's at.
2K17 is,
So, what are y'all going to do over the summer?
Well, what I want to do is, go on like a nice summer vacation, maybe go to the Bahamas, Italy, France, something like that, Spain.
But everywhere.
Do a little touring of the world. But what I'm actually going to be doing, I'm going to be doing something productive. I'm actually going to do like a summer camp / program conference, and it's for leaderships, roles and things. So it's going to be interesting and fun.
You guys realize like what we want to do and what we actually do are never the same. Like never. Like I don't know. I want to be productive and like do DIY projects and things like that. But I don't have the money to buy but I need these materials.
Basically.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm going to school over the summer, like, no. And I'm doing band camp, and I really just want to be at home from the start of the summer to the end of the summer and just sleep. And just sleep all the time and eat all the time, and then I'll come back fat. Like a butterball.
so you're just gonna be doing a lot of stuff over the summer.
Yes.
So you like your schedule is full.
Yes. I'm like, oh, Lord.
Well, I'm just gonna, volunteer a lot. Because I do like to volunteer and I love children, so, volunteering, yay.
Yeah, animal shelter. I'm going to go to the animal shelter.
Yeah, but, that's what I'm going to do. And then, what I want to do, who doesn't want to take a summer vacation? Everybody wants to do that. So, I think that's probably, on everybody's summer bucket list, to go on vacation and just lay back and chill. But, reality, chores, work. I'm going to watch TV and, get on my electronics sometimes, but, yeah, my electronics.
Y'all, we should actually take, when we actually get older and things, we should actually take a summer vacation or something together.
That'll be the Falcon Talk Cruise.
I'm going somewhere I've never been
That's
this
all
year,
her.
but
I would like to go on a cruise.
oh, those things probably gonna make you dizzy. You probably dizzy, seasick.
Oh, well, I've been on a boat before, and I didn't get seasick then, but I get what you're saying. A lot of water, and I can't swim.
Yeah.
Titanic kind of got me away from boats.
Yeah. Maybe we could go somewhere if we don't have children by then, maybe we could go.
Yes, I'm not. I don't know about you.
Okay, so maybe we should go out of the United States, or we could go to maybe
Australia.
I want to go to Australia because it's so pretty in the pictures.
Yeah.
I've never really seen Australia in the pictures.
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I'm going to Jamaica.
The next question. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I would go to Barbados. No, I would go to Trinidad because they turn up.
Oh, that would be awesome to go to yeah, that would be cool.
Like a girl vacation. That would be so. We should go when we get older or something. That would be so cool.
I think I would go to I hope I say it right. Venus.
Venice.
Yes,
Oh,
Venice. Yeah, Italy. Venice, Italy. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Okay, so if I had to travel anywhere, I think I would go somewhere in Africa. I'm not sure where, but it's like my Spanish teacher was talking about how she did some study abroad in college. So I think that would be fun to, get that experience while I'm in college, learning more about my history. So I think I would go to Africa and learn more about my roots and what actually went on and took place, and just figure out who I am. It'll be cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you answer?
No, but if I could go anywhere, I would want to go to Greece because
I like that movie.
I like their culture and I read a lot of books about the way things go on down there. So I want to go.
Greek food is good too.
Oh yeah, gyros. Oh my gosh. Oh,
That's a Greek.
I know many of you are looking forward to your summer vacation, but here are some things you can do that's productive over the summertime that can help you further your education in school and make your time worthwhile.
Speaking of furthering your education, you can go to college over the summer and get credits.
Another activity you can do over the summer is volunteer at your local organizations. You can volunteer at your local Boys and Girls Club. You can volunteer at the library. You can volunteer even at the hospital. Just do something that will look great on your resume, and you will even have fun while doing it. You may end up liking it, and you may even find your college profession. Who knows?
Falcon Talk would like to thank the following sponsors: Wells Cleaners, Skeet's Hot Dogs, Tucker's Daycare, J5, Helen's Kitchen, and Isaac's Images. Also, thank you to the Columbus Municipal School District for making Falcon Talk possible. And of course, thank you for watching.
And we're back here with a one-on-one with Dr. Philip Hickman, the superintendent of the Columbus Municipal School System. And I'm the executive producer / host today when the students are usually here hosting. Rick Mason is my name, and we're glad that you joined us today and tuned in with us today. But we're going to finalize the show. It's been a great show. I've enjoyed. Have you enjoyed the conversation
I enjoyed
we had
myself.
today?
I appreciate
it. A lot
it.
of things that people probably were wondering about you and the school system that never have a chance to really just embrace with different activities. And I had experience with a venue and a show I did over the weekend. The young man from Amory, Sons of Amory, a gospel performer, got on stage and told me I was a blessing to him for what I'm doing with the kids. And they live in Amory watching the television show.
You are
so it's a beautiful thing to see what we're doing here. Maybe it might encourage other schools to want to reach out to us so that we can all join forces to make some positive things happen here. But again, as we close out on the show, Dr. Hickman, your final words and my final question to you would be, if you retired one day soon or whatever the case may be, how would you like to be known as or remembered as? What type of person as an educator in your experience over the school years, from state to state, city to city, worldwide? How would you like to be remembered?
Right, and he's saying retired. He's picking on some of the gray hairs that I have. And I'd like to say also thank Rick Mason for his vision in this program. I mean, our kids wouldn't have had this opportunity if it wasn't for you. So,
thank you.
You talk about a blessing, it's a blessing. How would I want to be, remembered when I'm finished with my work with children? I want to be remembered that it was a mission, that it was that at the end of the day that I did what God's will was for me and not my will. That I was very important in helping a generation become a successful generation and make an impact on this world, both spiritually and also both in a sense that grew this country together. And so, again, it's really a mission for me. I would do it for free, and I want to make sure that everyone know that I did God's will and not my will.
Okay, all right. Once again, we thank you for your time, Dr. Hickman. I know you got a busy schedule.
Yes, sir.
And again, we want to thank our teachers and staffing of the Columbus Municipal School System, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do this as well.
Right.
And maybe soon we'll be able to, because the kids have to work on this show pretty much not after hours, but after school. So we want to try to implement something maybe where we can get a class that they can do it throughout the school day, so that it won't take away from their after school time.
Right.
That, and these are smart kids, so they're not falling in grades. They got to have great grades, great personalities to be able to, be a part of Falcon Talk. So again, we thank you, but just stay tuned and be on the lookout for Falcon Talk. Again, we'll
Falcon
see
Talk.
Falcon Talk.
Falcon Talk would like to thank the following sponsors: Wells Cleaners, Skeet's Hot Dogs, Tucker's Daycare, J5, Helen's Kitchen, and Isaac's Images. Also, thank you to the Columbus Municipal School District for making Falcon Talk possible. And of course, thank you for watching.